Hey, welcome everybody, Zombilify here, and welcome to our another tutorial for mapping. In our last tutorial, I showed you guys how to make your basic room, how to play your map, how to compile your map, how to build your mod, and yeah. So, let's start with zombie spawning. So, this part is fun. You're gonna go into your 2D view, and right-click, and go into Actor, Axis, Zombie, Jur, Burr SS Honor. And this guy is going to spawn. And what I'm going to do actually is extend our floor past the boundaries because, you know, we want somewhere zombies can walk around. Or not walk around, but they need something to walk on. And then go into your map through windows. So we have this guy. Let's bring him outside the map. And let's just change his position. So, what we're going to do, we're going to add some key values here. And I'm going to have everything in the description just in case you miss anything. So you're going to shift click on them, press N. And we're going to change some things here. So we're going to change our key. Let's type in, this needs to be exact. And it'll be in the description if anything. And you're going to type in target name. Press tab to go into your values. And you're going to type in initial underscore zone underscore spawners and press enter. And now the next thing you can type in is count tab 9999. So what this means is the target name is what this is going to be called and what it's going to be like spawning. And zones, I'll get into that in another tutorial. And the count is basically 9,999 zombies will spawn here. That's a lot of zombies, and you're gonna have more than one spawner, obviously. So basically, it's gonna have an infinite amount of zombies spawning here. So we're going to type in a couple more things. We're gonna type in script underscore noteworthy. Press tab, and we're going to type in zombie underscore spawner. Press enter. And this just makes it so that the game knows it's a spawner. It's a zombie spawner. And we're going to type in two more things. We're going to type in spawn flags. Make this 1. No. Make this 3. Sorry. And the next thing we're going to type in is script for spawn. And make this one. So now that you notice, this guy is now yellow, and this means he's an active spawner inside the initial zone. And initial zone is, I'm just going to go through this a little bit in this tutorial. Initial zone is the zone that you're in, and it depends on where the zombies are going to spawn. So if you're making a big map, you don't want zombies in your main, like if you're in your main room, you don't want zombies spawning across the map, because that's stupid. You want them to spawn in the room you're in, and you want them to spawn in an adjacent zone. I'll go into a little more that different zone tutorial. So we're just gonna right click. We're gonna go to script. No, we're going to go into. Oh, I cannot. Where is this? Oh, we're gonna go into info and volume, and you get this little cube. Just bring it and drag it over your entire room, and yeah. So let's actually, I'm gonna get rid of our roof actually, just so we could see what our map looks like from above. So you're gonna see our volume, and what we're gonna do here, press N, and we're gonna give it a target name, and we're gonna name this initial zone. And the next thing we're going to put in is target initial underscore zone underscore spawners. And alright, hold on. I don't know why. Make sure you put target name initial. Oh man, I cannot spell. Target name initial zone. Okay. And now if you did it right, you should see a yellow line connecting the volume to our spawner. And now you know that whenever you're in this zone, this zombie will spawn. But because we named it initial zone, we're going to have to do something real quick. We're going to have to go into our Call of Duty root folder. We're going to have to go into raw. And we're going to have to go to our maps. Oh, passed it already. And we're going to have to go all the way down to our Nazi zombie, our map, our GSC. And we're going to just minimize this real quick. Minimize this. And we are going to copy this to the dashboard. I just call it dashboard, Jesus. We're just going to copy it to our desktop. And I know we have our backups here. We'll be fine. We don't need these yet. Well, we don't need them actually at all. And we're going to right click on our Nazi Zombie YouTube and we're going to press edit or open with notepad. And we're going to get this and we're going to have to scroll down. Did I open the wrong one? No, I did not. Okay. And you're going to see here under zombie mode function calls kind of at the bottom. Actually, it is at the bottom. You're going to see DLC3 zone init. And they say add initial zone 1, enter zone 1. And they already added these. They added 3 zones for you already. Initial zone, which we just set up, zone 1, and zone 2. And you can see how adjacent zone, initial zone, enters zone 1. So if you open up zone 1, spawners will spawn in initial zone 1. And zombies will spawn in zone 1 mostly, but some will also spawn in initial zone because they're adjacent. And if you open up zone 2 and you're in zone 1, some zombies will spawn in initial zone, some zombies will spawn in zone 2, and most of the zombies will spawn in zone 1. Kind of confusing, I know, and I'm sorry if I lost you, but this is all we need. You could add more zones if you're adding a big map, so all you gotta do is just copy this, press enter once, press tab once, and control Z. And you can name these zone anything, really. Oh, you just have to keep everything. You just need to change the names. You can make this like zombie. And then this is zone 3. No, actually that makes no sense. And then zone 2, you're gonna enter zone 3, and then you do enter zone 3. And then boom, when you open up zone 2 and you open up the zone 3. An adjacent zone, if you want zone 3 next to zone 1, just do this. Add adjacent zone 1, 3, 3. It's like that. So simple. But we're not going to go further than this. So just save it and you can copy it back. It might be start zone if not. And just change it to initial. And yeah. So you close that and you can drag it back in. Place. Continue. Okay. And we're back in Radiant. So now we're gonna actually set up windows. And this is an easy thing. You're just gonna shift click on one of our walls and you're gonna go to this clipper. Now you just click 2 points and you're gonna press shift enter. And do it again, shift enter, and now what you just did was create 3 walls from 1 wall. And you could just drag this up, drag this down, and yeah, let's just do that. I just want to grab these textures, make sure they line up. Okay, so you have your window. And that looks pretty good. But now you need your actual window. So you're going to go into your 2D view. And you're going to right click, MISC, Prefab. Prefabs are basically, to explain it simply, it's just pre-built things that work. That's basically what it is. Pre-made things that are easy. Just put them in your map and it'll automatically work. Yeah, so you're going to go into your prefabs, should already load up, and you're going to go into zombie mode, and scroll all the way down, and Treyarch has already made a prefab for us for Windows, called window_med, and you have our window here. And we're just gonna rotate it. And we're gonna go to our grid and bring it down to grid 1. And we're gonna bring this as close to the middle as possible. Does that look good? That looks pretty good. Let's just bring it up a little. Alright, so that looks nice. You can see, actually, it might be a little too tall. It should be, the box should be on the floor. There we go. That's how I always go by. The box should always be on the floor. Let me bring this down a little bit. Looks too tall. So our window out here, and now we cannot go through here because there's a clip and there are windows there. And we're gonna need an animation for the zombies. They're just gonna break down the window and not do anything. They're just gonna stand there because they can't get into our map. What we have to do is we're gonna have to make another prefab. So go to MISC prefab, and this time we're gonna go into Traverse, and these are all animations. And we're gonna go to wall hop, press open, and we're just gonna change the rotation again. And what this is, it looks like this, the green box. Let me just bring it up more of the map. You want this box right here. Let me get rid of this. So this box is the outside, this box is the inside. That's the best way I can explain it. And you want the arrows facing inside of your map always. And you see this Traverse model right here, this brush. You're gonna want that on top of the window, not on top, but I'll show you what I mean. You're gonna put this on your floor, and you're gonna see how the Traverse over has to be okay. The Traverse is over our model, so the bottom of the window. I thought it was too small. Whoops. I thought it was too small, but it was actually not tall enough. And so it's like that. So now when the zombies break in, they should be fine with that. And then they break down the window, and then they hop over through wall hop. And yeah. So that's all set up. And you could always just duplicate this, so let's do that. Let's just clip this again. Let me go back to grid 8. Shift and enter. Shift and enter. And we're just gonna shift click on these and make our life easier. This is what I always do. And let's stop it. Stop. I just want to select okay. There we go. And we're just gonna space and just bring it over here. I'm sorry if I lost you guys. If I'm a little little confusing. I know it's hard to understand, but you'll eventually get it, guys. I believe in you. And let's just align our textures. So yeah, now we have 2 windows. Cool. And everything should work, and yeah. But we need one more thing for our zombies. Now, they're just going to spawn here, but they're not going to move anywhere. And I'm actually going to bring them closer to the window. They're just going to spawn here, and you could duplicate your zombies, and you see the yellow line is still there, so you know how it's working. But they're just going to spawn here and not move at all. You're not going to do anything. What you're going to need to do, you're going to press right-click, and you're going to go to Node and Path Node. And now, this basically just tells the zombie where and where not it could walk. And it just does it automatically. They can be as far apart as they can and as close as they want, but they cannot touch or intersect at all. You'll get errors, and it will just make everything worse. So we could just do that. And now the zombie has somewhere to walk. You don't actually need this last one to just snap into the window. And we're just going to copy this. We're going to rotate it, and we're going to bring it over here. Now, as you can see, there's arrows. That doesn't really matter. You don't need to worry about that. Nothing's going to happen. It doesn't matter what direction they're in, really. We're just gonna bring some into our map. If it's a cube type map or a square map, it's the easiest thing to do in the world because it's all symmetrical and you shouldn't get any problems with it. And yeah. So, it might look a little cluttered now, but it's just what it should look like now. It's what a map should look like. And now the zombie could spawn, walk to a window, break down the window, wall hop into the window, and now he's in your room and he's able to walk everywhere. And we have 2 spawners, and that's basically it for this tutorial. This is basically just a zombie spawning tutorial. I told you guys what to do, set up a zone, and yep. So thank you all for watching. Next tutorial, I'll put like walls in the guns in the walls, boxes, perks, cool stuff like that. That really define your map and more customization, really. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out. I also forgot one main feature, dogs, and we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna save your map, and you're gonna go into your test map. So for dogs, what we have to do, you're gonna have to go into your test map after you save, and it's really simple. You just need to bring right click and shift click, and on that, the zombie dog, and this thing in the corner over here. And let me make sure that's it. Okay. And you're going to go to File and open up your map and copy the selection. And then you have this. You want your dog anywhere. Anywhere in the map. It does not matter. It's just a spawner. And we want this struct to be in our map, because this is the dog spawner. And wherever arrow the facing is, that's where the dog will spawn and facing. Don't want them on the ground, so let's do that. Also, you need to change the target name from Start Zone Spawners to Initial Zone Spawners. And spawner, no, okay.